Shalom, shalom, Israel. I'm your brother Kaya out of Jimmy's Camp out here in Phoenix, Arizona. First and foremost is I want to give his all praise, glory, and honor is to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Wadash. Of course, I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders that have taught us this truth and rule well. Also want to say shalom to the 144,000. Also want to say shalom to the speckled bird out there. Also want to say shalom to the Akwath and to the Akim that are out there listening. The reason I'm probably talking a little fast, of course, I'm on my little lunch break, and we know how lunch breaks go. Lunch breaks go by really quick. So, I want to try to make this a quick hit. It was something I was thinking about earlier, sitting at the plantation, what's really about to come, and, understanding that salvation is coming for the elect. Salvation is coming for the elect when all hell breaks loose. See, Yahweh Shema Shah is about to do some things we ain't never seen before. And we talk about this, the anger of Yahweh Shema Shah and what he's really about to do, what he's really about to cause. It's not just the famine. It's not just about, the famine. It's not about just the breaking and entering. It's not about people getting gunned down in the streets. When you sit back, you think there's going to be spirits and stuff running around. It's going to be real bad out here. It's going to be real bad out here. It's going to be, because I'm going to read a scripture, and I think it's in, what scripture was that? I want to say, matter of fact, I believe it's in Matthew, and we're going to go there first. Because like I said, it's not going to be very long. But in Matthew the 24th chapter, he talks about the great tribulation, Matter of fact, I don't want to butcher it. Let me just get it. Right? Let's go here, Israel. And this is Matthew, right? Chapter 24. And hopefully my tablet keeps up. And verse, 21 and 22. And bear with me. This is Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the world, not since the beginning of the world. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world. A great tribulation. In other words, this is something that has never happened before. This is something new that Yahweh Shema Shah is about to do. The great tribulation, which goes right back into what? Jacob's trouble, which we'll get that too, Jeremiah 30 and 7. At the end of the day, because this is what's really about to come. This is not a hee-hee-ha moment. This is people are going to be wishing this time that they would have repented. All those that left, that played around with Yahweh Shema Shai, all those that left the truth, that left Yahweh Shema Shai and fell out and ran off and went back into the world and started doing all this other stuff, those that dropped the plow, man, in this day, they're going to wish they never did that. That's the day it's going to be that coming to that realization, like, yeah, you really effed up. You really effed up. You left Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the only thing that could save you. You left it. You left him. And when the scripture says he's going to do all his pleasure, by all means, he's going to do all his pleasure. I think about this, and this is just me speaking as a man. When Yahweh Shai come with the host of anger, with the host of angels, the anger he's going to come with, to the fact that Yahweh is just going to watch him just decimate, obliterate, stomp out, like he said. Who was with me? What's the scripture in Isaiah? Who was with me to tread? I treaded the wine fat alone. Who was with me? He would stain all his raiment. Now, that's not a literal that he's going to get blood on himself, but he's telling you during Jeremiah 30 and 7, it's going to be so much killing. There's going to be so much blood in the streets. The scriptures say what? That the blood comes up to the horse's bridle. How much death and destruction is going to be out here. And then when I sit back and you watch all these people play around in this world, and we've sat here and told them what was coming. We told them what was going to happen. And while they played, they snickered, they laughed. They scoffed, they mocked, they took this as a joke. How they going to feel then? Right? So I can cut this down. You know, how so like AC's making a little noise. I don't know what's going on. So like about that. I don't know if y'all hear that or not. But anyway, let's just do this. You know, how they gonna feel then? And we warned you over and over and over again. All those that say, well, we're tired of y'all warnings. We're tired of hearing the same thing. We tired of hearing the same scripture. Y'all talk about the same thing. Excuse me. Over and over and over again. Then what you gonna say? Things that people don't think about because they think this is a game. They think, oh, nothing's gonna happen. Life's gonna continue as it was. Oh, okay. So you don't understand. You don't know Yahweh Shemiah Shah. You don't know Allah shot you. Anyway, let's get this again, right? Matthew 24, right? And 21. And it says this again. For then shall be great tribulation. Bear with me. I'm going to do something real quick. There we go. Now I can see it because I don't have my glasses on. Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world, to this time, no, nor ever shall be. So this is going to happen one time and one time only. You know? I'm going to say this, like Yahweh Shemiah Shah, he's going to let all his wrath out. He going to, like the scripture say, he's going to do all his pleasure? Absolutely. And except those days should be shortened, right? And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. And that's even now, because see, if Yahweh Shemiah Shah allowed Esau really to continue to keep doing what he's doing, Esau would kill himself and everybody on this planet. You know how wicked his ass is, right? Let's get this again. Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And this is Yahweh Shah speaking, who people ignorantly call Jehovah, Jesus, Yeshua, Yeshua, Yehoshua, Yah, all the names that are not his name. We always tell you his name. We tell you the Father's name is Yahweh, the Son's name is Yahweh Shai, who people ignorantly call Jesus, which isn't his name. His name is Yahweh Shai. And once again, in verse Matthew 24 and 22, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. You know? But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. See, and that's beautiful too. This is a beautiful scripture because see, and I wanted to hope for elect. It shows for what's going to happen with for the elect. Not that the elect are not going to go through anything. It's going to be a walk in the park. No. Because when you read Zechariah 13 and 9, you have that understanding. Gold is tried in the fire. We go through things now. It's going to heat up when Jeremiah 30 and 7 hit. It's going to heat up when things are going on, right? You know, this ain't going to be no walk in the park. This is going to be some scary stuff. You know? And those that are on Yahweh Shemiah Shai's side, the elect are going to be all right. Because scriptures say, what does it say? I think that's in Psalms what it says, only with thy eyes you shall see the reward of the wicked. You're going to see what's going to happen to all those that scoff, mock, all those that dropped the plow, all those that went back in the world, all those that was playing around in the truth. You're going to see what's going to happen. And also, you know, matter of fact, let me get another scripture. Matter of fact, I did say I was going to get Jeremiah 37. Let me go ahead and get it. I know you hear the scripture a lot, but y'all going to continue to hear it. If you don't want to hear it, like I always say, you can change the channel, go find you something else to do. Jeremiah chapter 30. Going right with that Matthew. Jeremiah chapter 30. And verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, right? But he shall be saved out of it. That he that's going to be saved out of it is who? The elect. The elect is going to be saved out of it, out of Jacob's trouble. So when you go back to Matthew 24 and verse 22, when he says he'll shorten the days for the elect, you start to understand what's about to happen. You know, he gonna shorten these days. That's another reason why even right now, have y'all noticed that time is speeding up? Your days are going by faster. Months are just shooting by. Months are just shooting by. See, and Yahweh Shai, here's his men constantly praying, when Yahweh Shai, when we want to get out of here. He's speeding up the time. He's seeing what the brothers are doing. He's seeing the work that the brothers are putting in. He sees, what did he say? That he won't forget the labors of love. Yahweh Shai sees what his remnant is doing, what the elect are doing. And the beauty of it is he's going to save his elect. And once again, I'm one of the hopeful elect. I'm hoping like heaven, because I definitely don't want to be on the wrong side of the fence, you know. Matter of fact, going for the elect, because, you know, he says he's going to save his elect, right? Let's go to Psalms. What is I wanted? Psalms. Let's go to Psalms, the 34th chapter. Let's go there. And let's see what it says. Psalms 34. It's beautiful. And let's see, bear with me. Psalms 34. And it says 19. And it says many, Psalms 34 and 19. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivered him out of them all. The afflictions. You know, like I said earlier, we go through things now. You know, shoot, all kind of stuff brothers go through, and Yahweh Shai deliver us out of the things that we go through today, right now. So in the time of Jacob's trouble, he gonna be doing what? Delivering brothers out of turmoil or out of situations. Scriptures say that, matter of fact, what's that scripture? That we'll call on his name. Matter of fact, here, let's go to Zechariah. That's where I want to go. Zechariah. And like I said, it's not gonna be very long. Zechariah, what is that? 13 and 9. Remember, I also said that, you know, we're going through the fire too. Gold is tried, right? Meaning that we'll go. It ain't gonna be no just walking in the park. You know, ain't gonna be like that. Zechariah 13 and 9. This is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried, right? They shall call on my name. Who's going to call on his name? The elect. While you have all these others out here playing with Yahweh Shai's name. Or they're saying Jesus, Jehovah, Yeshua, Yeshua, Yah, all the names that are not his name. The elect will call on the right name. Let's get that again. It's beautiful. And I will bring the third, this is Zechariah 13 and 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name. Well, to call on the name, you have to have it, don't you? I know there's groups out there that say, well, we don't know his name. We'll know his name in the kingdom. Well, how are you going to call on somebody if you don't know their name? So when all hell break loose, who you calling? Oh, Lord. Oh, God. You're calling titles? See, we have his name, and we constantly share it. Now the time's going to come in Matthew 2 that there's going to be those that know how to say Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai says what? Get away from me, I never knew you. You workers of iniquity. See, you're gonna have those that are gonna try to creep back in, are gonna, well, Lord, I was preaching, Lord, I was on the highways and byways. I was doing this, I was doing that, and Yahweh Shai gonna say, get away from me. I never knew you. Now, is he literally gonna tell you get away from me? No, he gonna show you in action. He gonna show you in action. Those are gonna know, because that's going to happen. It's going to happen. There's gonna be those that trying to, how do you say it? Show their resume. Well, Lord, I did this, and Lord, I did that, and I did this, and I did that. You know, I know I messed up, but I came back. Oh, yeah. I know I didn't really drop the plow, but you know. And y'all should be like, nah. Gone. Missile food. Or something worse than that. Tell you, man. And I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God. How beautiful that is. See, when you call on Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you know, and those are the elect, he's going to hear them, and he's going to get them out of all their troubles. And how beautiful that's going to be. And getting out of trouble can mean a lot of things. Brothers getting spiritual powers, being delivered, being pulled from one way somewhere to something else, coming out of these dirt suits. You have a twinkling of an eye. It's getting a little warm in here. We ain't about to do this in the desert. Man, we got to cut this AC on. So, like, if y'all hearing some noise, but I'm your brother here ain't about to burn up. It's like you. But anyway, right? It was another scripture I wanted to get. Let's go to Isaiah. Share some lunch break scriptures with y'all. Isaiah 41. Let's go there. This is Isaiah 41, and we can start at verse 10. Oh, this is beautiful. Listen to this. Isaiah 41:10. This is what he said. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. So when all hell break loose, when Jacob's trouble goes full blast, see, having an understanding, like, we understand why this is happening. We in the know why Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is doing what he's doing. We know it's him. Why everybody else out here is going to be running around screaming and all kind of stuff. They're not going to understand why this is happening. But the men of the Lord are going to understand why this is happening. You know, in that time, we even going to be praying that when nothing happens to us, you're like, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, we're going to be praying too. You know? But listen to what he says. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yeah, I will help thee. Yeah, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Meaning what? With his right hand, he ain't gonna let you slip. He ain't gonna let you fall. He got you. Even though you seeing all the stuff going on, he's like, look, I got you. I got my elect. Yeah, I'm doing all this, and you know why I'm doing it. You know? Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. Thou shalt seek them, and shall not. Actually, you know what? That's good, but I want to jump down. Bear with me. Hold on, is it 13? Because I don't know what to jump around here. Yeah, 13. For I, the Lord, this is Isaiah 41:13, right? For I, the Lord thy God, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. Verse 14, fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee, saith the Lord, and they and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. In other words, that Yahushua is not going to leave his men down here helpless. He's going to step in. And when he step in, that's what's the other scripture says, well, men are going to get, brothers going to get spiritual powers too. During all these, when all things are breaking out and things are happening, when these devils try to come and put their hands on the elect, it's a wrap. Which also shows what? That Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is showing that favor towards who? His elect, which is that remnant out of the house of Israel, out of the 12 tribes. While everybody else is going to get done real bad. Real bad. This was just something I was thinking about earlier, because I'm just like, man, when it all break loose, man. But the beauty of it is salvation is coming for the elect. And once again, I'm one of the hopeful elect, but still, I just want to, share a few scriptures, and hopefully y'all was edified. Just a few scriptures I wanted to share, about what's really about to come, what's really about to happen. Jeremiah 30:7 ain't gonna be no joke. We're in it, but we're not in it full blast. But when it hit full blast, like the elders always say, you're not gonna have to ask, are we in Jacob's trouble? You gonna know. It's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be terrifying. But you know what? It gotta come. It has to happen for us to go home. But anyway, let me go on and close out, and get back up in this plantation. But anyway, I hope y'all was edified. I'm gonna give all praise, glory, and honor is to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushai Ba'Shem Rachach Wadash, and Shalom until the next time.